Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and in this video I'm going to offer my longer-term opinion and review of the Bell RS-1 helmet. If you're looking for a full-scale detailed breakdown, check out our full video at RevZilla.com on the product page. But really, it's May of 2011. This helmet's been out for a few months. I've been riding it pretty regularly on both our sport bike, on my Ducati S2R that you see next to me in really the three-quarter position. And the things I wanted to offer today are what really jumped out at me. You know, Bell talked a lot about the redesign of this helmet. They talked about this helmet coming out to compete directly with the RF-1100 in that $300 to $350 price point, which is a lot of helmet, Snell 2010, for a lot of different scenarios, both on or off the track. I think they've hit the mark on it, and I'll tell you my two favorite things about this helmet. The first thing is that it does feel like it's taken a lot of elements from the Star. The Star is really the aggressive track helmet. I felt from an aerodynamic standpoint, a basic aerodynamic standpoint, that this helmet performed as well. The key difference that I noticed is you do feel that at high speeds, you know, in that triple-digit range, which really you only hit on the track, you don't have as much downforce as you feel with the Star. I felt that it was slightly different, but this helmet, again, is meant to be more of a crossover helmet. So it's for aggressive sport riding, but it knows that a lot of folks that buy this helmet aren't going to exclusively use it on the track. So you can get away with actually wearing this helmet in the three-quarter or just on basic street riding scenarios. You know, if you're not in the tuck, the Star loves to be in the tuck. This helmet can play in different scenarios, I guess is what I'm getting at. The other thing I love is that I immediately put my photochromic shield, which I have for the Star, on this guy. Phenomenal, the crossover factor. I felt that the venting was right on par with the Star, but the big thing, the big takeaway that I have with the Bell RS-1 is the fit. In years past, Bell's done some different fit options. It's been an evolution over time. The new RS-1, as well as the Moto 9, are using the same fit pattern now. I really feel like they've dialed it in. I have a showy awry head. Intermediate oval. I typically can wear a larger range of helmets as long as they're not a very round shape, like say something like an HJC. I feel that the RS-1, to me, the closest fit that I felt like this is going to be something like the showy X12, which, you know, I'll call race fit, but race fit to me really feels like you're much more encompassed. It's a more tight fit. You're gonna feel it throughout. Now, when you're fitting a helmet, you want to think about how it fits around the crown of your head, and you can always swap out the cheek pads. But I think the crown of the head, as well as the way the neck roll is done on this helmet, really create a good seal, but a strong area of support around your head. And I've done a fair amount of riding in this guy over the last 2 months to really home in on some of the nuances. So I guess that's where I'll leave it for this guy. You know, it's a ton of bang for the buck. I do feel like it provides a lot of features and value in that same price range to go up against the RF-1100. It's going to be Snell 2010, but the big thing for me is for those of you that had a Bell on in the past and weren't quite sure about how that fit worked, that was the big one that they told us. They said, we're changing the fit pattern for 2011, and I'll give it my stamp of approval. I think they did. I think they did a great job, and I think the aggressive sport bike crowd that's used to a more snugly fitting helmet is really going to home in on, you know, if you're a medium and you're used to a medium awry or a medium showy, a medium in the Bell RS-1 is going to fit the bill. It's going to fit right in that wheelhouse. So as always, you can find this full video on RevZilla.com on the Bell RS-1 page. We have a full detailed breakdown of this guy. But for today, I just wanted to offer you my longer distance after, you know, 2 or 3 months of riding in it, you know, really what I thought and what stood out at me as some of the key selling points. Thanks for watching RevZilla TV today. We'll see you next time.